Yeah, just waiting for everything to get started. But while we're waiting, I would love to know, what are you currently working on? Like, what's your sewing project? Let me know in the comments below, or let me know if you're brand new, because maybe you haven't started yet, which would probably make the most sense if you're here for this video. But either way, let me know in the comments. Now, it looks like everything's on, so hi, my name is Abby Messmer, and I'm on a mission to help more people start sewing their own clothes. So if that's what you're wanting to learn how to do and you're absolutely at the beginning, perfect. You're in the right place. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tools that you need to get started sewing. And once you have your tools together, then you're gonna, sorry guys. Once you have your tools together, then you're gonna need to learn how to use that machine right there. That's step 2 of the sewing journey, if you're like, again, right at the very beginning. So I would love to hook you up and give you my 5 steps to sewing confidence, which walks you through step by step how to use that machine. So if that would be helpful to you, check the link in the description. I will send it right to your inbox absolutely free. And as a bonus for grabbing the 5 steps, you will also receive this checklist of the 10 must-have tools. So today we're talking about the steam iron, the flexible tape measure, and the hand needles. But previously in other videos, we talked about the first tools on here. So that's also in the description. You can head down there if you're looking for 5 days of sewing confidence to get sent right to your inbox. Or if you would like the playlist for all the previous videos so you can see all the tools in one easy to watch playlist. Okay, so those are what you can do. Now let's dive into this video's topics. So if we look at the checklist again, the first thing is a steam iron. I don't know about you guys, but most people I know don't even have irons anymore. Do you have one? Like, do you currently have an iron in your house? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know because I travel a lot. Every 3 months, I'm in a new country kind of travel. And most places that I stay in, I have to buy an iron and then like leave it behind because I'm not gonna travel with it. It's too big for my suitcase. But like nobody has these anymore. Kind of upsetting. But the good news is they're really easy to find. You can get one. And the reason that you want a steam iron as you start your sewing journey is because most fabrics are going to need to be ironed before you can work on them. Okay, you want your fabric to be as flat and smooth as possible before you start drawing out the pattern or cutting it. Because if it's all wrinkly when you start, the shape at the end is going to be a little bit off. So you must have your fabric as smooth as possible, and an iron will help you do that. Now, when you buy an iron, or if you need to, maybe you already have one, but if you need to buy one, make sure that it has a steam function. Now, pretty much all irons I see around are steam, but there are occasionally some that aren't. So make sure yours has a steam function. So this, well, the apartment we're in right now is beautiful, and it actually did have an iron in it. And so it's a steam iron. You just put water in here at the top. So I can open this. I pour water in here, so it's a water tank, this red area. And then as I'm ironing, the iron is hot, it heats up the water, and it puts steam into my fabric. And the reason that's super duper nice is steam is like a ninja at getting wrinkles out of fabric. So if you do it with a dry setting on your iron and test it, and then swap to steam, you'll find that steaming your fabric while you're ironing it makes it smooth and flat much faster. Okay? So, steam iron, why you need one, what to look for when buying one. Yay! Okay, if you guys have any questions about the steam iron, let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that's pretty easy, maybe. Let's see. So, the next tool on the list is a flexible tape measure. Now this one's I don't know, is this obvious to everybody or not? Because I feel like when I first started sewing, if I thought tape measure, I would have thought a tape measure like for construction. But it's not the same. For sewing and sewing clothes, especially, you have a very special kind of tape measure, and it's, well, mine's a special kitty cat, but it's a ruler that's basically printed on a plastic wobbly, like a wobbly piece of plastic. Which one, the plastic makes it very durable, but the fact that it's like wobbly and can move in these weird shapes means that it's great for taking measurements around bodies because we're curved beings and we need a ruler that can go around corners like this, around curves. Okay? So you can buy these at pretty much any hobby or craft fabric store, but usually they're just like these long pieces of tape measure. And for me, having this is so OCD crazy. Like, this makes me crazy having this on my work surface. So I prefer to upgrade just a little bit. They're like $2 or $3 and get these little plastic housings and you just press the button and your tape measure gets nice and clean. And then also, I mean, obviously it's a cat, it's adorable, but so tape measure, you need it to take your measurements or measure anything that you're sewing, which is why you need it. And yeah, if you're looking to buy one, you can get them loose like this, or ones with little housings, keep them a little bit neater. Okay? Is that making sense? I hope so. If you guys have any questions, again, let me know in the comments. And the last thing on our list today is the hand needles. And I know that we're mostly going to be using a sewing machine to sew our own clothes, but for the finishing touches or for sewing on buttons, for various little tasks like 5% of your project, you're going to need a hand needle, okay? It won't be a huge chunk of your project, but you're gonna still need them. So if it were me, what I recommend is getting like a variety pack. I have the light over there, sorry, lights everywhere. But it's just like a little pack and there's some really big long needles with a big eye, the big hole at the end to put the thread through, down to some little short baby ones with a tiny little hole. And you'll find that depending on the project and the fabric you're working with, different needle sizes will be more comfortable and easier to work with. So it's best to have a variety so that way you can kind of test and play and see which one works the best for you and is the most comfortable. Okay? So this is pretty easy. All of these items are pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. If you guys have any questions about them, of course, let me know in the comments. And tomorrow we will be talking about the last item on the list, which is the sewing machine. So get pumped. I'm very excited for it. If you already have a sewing machine, let me know what model you have in the comments. Or if you're brand new, which one have you been looking at? I'd love to know what you've been eyeing. And again, like I said towards the beginning, getting your tools together is the first step. Like, you have to have these items to sew anything. But once you have your tools together, the next step that you're going to want to take is learning how to use that machine right there. Okay? So to help make this even easier, this last week I've been going through the tools you need to get together. So hopefully you've been getting them. You're going to be ready by this weekend. Next week, I'm actually going to go through the 5 steps to sewing confidence live. So you can come hang out with me and we will learn how to use your sewing machine together. So if you're interested, if you're motivated, if you are ready to start sewing your own clothes, then again, be sure to subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on Facebook, follow if you're on Instagram, wherever you're watching, and come hang out with me because I would love to sew with you. So happy sewing. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next live. Bye.